Hey folks, it's BigBear77 back at you with a real quick video right here on the BigBear77 Fights YouTube channel. Now I got my yes hat on. Yes, that's for Daniel Bryan. And I usually wear this for one reason. I'm talking wrestling or something to do with this channel usually. But I'm looking to pick me up some more of these beanies and hats and stuff of other superstars. So maybe I could wear the superstar for that brand. You know what I'm saying? In the video, I don't know, but anyways, I got another video I want to try to get out tonight, but it may not get up until in the morning. It's a review of the movie Doctor Strange. I just bought it today. I just watched it. If you've seen it in theater, you know what I'm talking about. It was a good movie, but I'm going to review that. I'll give you more opinions when I do that at that time. So if you have not seen Doctor Strange, you can check out the review and I'll give you my thoughts. The beginning of the review will have no spoilers. I will let you know when the spoilers start. And folks, as we go into this, I thought wrestling tonight, Smackdown, was a pretty good job. They did a pretty good job. I don't have a whole lot to complain about. Normally, week in and week out, I have something to complain about or something I think the WWE could improve on. I didn't have too much of that tonight. Maybe a little bit, but not as much as I thought I would. Again, Smackdown did a fantastic job, but they have kind of been the way of things going here for WWE recently, since the brand split at least. So I'm going to get on into this review. Let's get out of this intro. You guys don't want to hear me keep sitting here talking about stuff. Let's get on over to the show. Okay guys, SmackDown tonight opened up with Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon reviewing the video from last week's Battle Royal. AJ Styles comes in, says, "Oh, you're going to win me the match." They said, "You're lucky to be in this." I thought they could have done without the whole segment, but they wanted to make sure they put the general manager and commissioner in the opening segment, I guess, because this segment just didn't really make a whole lot of sense. It was going to happen anyway, so just get on with it. Then the opening in-ring segment, you have Miz TV. Miz and Maurice come down. Their guest is John Cena. I thought it was a very good promo between the two, the three in the ring. Then Maurice says, you want to talk about respect. How about respect this? And slaps him across the face. John Cena goes, and you knew it was coming, but John Cena goes, "You should have done that because now," and points up the ramp. Here comes Nikki. Nikki comes running down. They get out of the ring. She looks at her and she says, "You'd want to touch my man, I'm going to break you." And yeah, you get the point. Anyways, this is setting up, as we all figured, the rumors may be true, that it's setting up for some kind of mixed tag match at WrestleMania or something like that. I think it's a possibility. Two moneymakers in The Miz and John Cena. I didn't, the whole thing that happened in the locker room between John Cena and John Cena and Nikki doing the interview, and Carmella and James Ellsworth, I thought that was neat. We're going to get to see a mixed tag match coming up next week, I believe, between those four. So I love it. I thought it was very comical. I thought it was very well put together. And so we're going to be seeing that match coming up next week, I believe, like I said. Okay, let's stick with the ladies of wrestling for a second. We just talked about Nikki. Well, the Nikki and Natty feud seems to be over. And I'll tell you why, because you saw what happened with Nikki. Natty also got involved in another possible feud building. As Alexa was in the back, going to get interviewed. She stops the interview and says, "Hey, address me the right way, ask the right questions." And so I got a chuckle out of it when they said, "Alexa, how does it feel to be champion?" Because I was thinking of the commercial for some reason. Anyways, yeah. There were a couple funny parts in it. Natty pretty much challenges her for the title. And that's what it is. It wasn't the greatest segment, but it wasn't as bad as when they had the Nikki Natty feud. But I like that they pretty much seem like they put away that feud with Nikki. Moving on, we also had the 2 out of 3 falls match between Becky Lynch and Mickie James. Now, I was excited for this feud. I haven't been as much. The talent is not as good. And these were probably my most complaints of the night. These two things, because even this match, the 2 falls out of 3. The only part of the match was near the end that I really enjoyed. The rest just was like carry on, and I just couldn't get into it. And at the end, I did a little bit when Alexa Bliss came down and she jumps up on the ring apron, distracted the referee. Becky Lynch goes over there and says it should have been a 3 count already. And then when Mickie James runs at her and knocks her off the ring apron, setting up for a future armbar kind of thing going on in the ring, and tap out, whatever. But anyways, it was just, most of the match was just whatever. I mean, seriously, whatever. I also wanted to talk about Dean Ambrose came down to the ring to do a segment with I guess he was supposed to be in a match against Hawkins, I believe it was, and he basically destroyed Hawkins before the match even started. Then he's standing there in the ring, and he calls out Baron Corbin. I thought this was awesome because it was funny. It had some comedy. He ends up asking Baron Corbin, "Are you gonna come down here or not? Because I got my cars out there on the meter, and I only have 10 minutes left." I thought it was very funny. One thing about Dean Ambrose is he may not always work the mic great, but he does throw in those jabs that make you laugh and say, "Hey, that was pretty good." On to the rematch from the Battle Royal between Luke Harper and AJ Styles. I thought it was a very good match, actually. At the end, the phenomenal forearm hits 1, 2, 3. But wait, Luke Harper's foot's on the rope. Referee didn't see it. He rings the bell. Then you hear Shane McMahon's music. No doubt what he's going to do. He comes down and he says, "No. This is for the title. Let's do it again." Boom. They get in the ring again. Oh, long story short, AJ Styles still wins the match, and it really made no sense to me. It didn't. Why restart the match if he's going to go on to win anyways? So it's what it is. So AJ Styles is going to WrestleMania to take on Bray Wyatt. Okay, folks, we're going to talk about a couple more matches to end off this night. First off, we had a match that really I didn't care for. I didn't care if we had it. I didn't care if we didn't. The chair match between Apollo Crews and Dolph Ziggler. I don't feel like they're expanding this feud at all. So I'm not really sure what to think about that match. Except for I like the attitude Apollo Crews had at the beginning of the match. I thought that was pretty cool. He came down attacking Ziggler. So that was pretty awesome. But besides that, again, Dolph Ziggler gets the win. They didn't really do much to expand the feud. Now, we have Bray Wyatt in the ring. He's talking about AJ Styles, and he's talking about where he comes from, and he says that Randy Orton's there right now, and also you see Randy Orton. Here he is. He's at the compound. He's at the shack. He's at the rocking chair. He's talking about how Sister Abigail's buried underneath it. He's talking about how it's that old saying, if you can't beat them, join them. But he also has a saying that after you join them, screw them. Something like that. I may not have the correct quote. Don't be mad at me. Anyways, I thought that was pretty cool. As we saw the official turning of Randy Orton on Bray Wyatt. He said he's coming for him at WrestleMania. Then he sets the shack on fire, burns it up, gives the classic Randy Orton pose, and boom, we're out. That's how the show ends. That was awesome. You know what? It doesn't matter what happened before that. That made the show right there, that whole segment. So, thumbs up to that. It's cool seeing Bray Wyatt as champion. It's going to be even cooler to finally get to see that match when we thought it was taken away. It's all confusing. I don't know what they're going to do with it. I don't know if they're going to end up putting Luke Harper back in the match. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. Anyways, yeah, that's how the show went off the air tonight. All in all, not a bad show. I really enjoyed it. I actually enjoy it better than Raw once again. SmackDown beats Raw in my book. I'm going to give SmackDown 4 Bears out of 5. I think they did a great job. I think there's a couple things they could still improve on. They could build that women's division, I believe. Maybe call up some of the NXT girls and bring some new ones into NXT. I don't know how they're going to handle that, but I think there's ways they could change it. And one way would be to feature the tag team everybody loves, American Alpha. But anyways, I think there's a few things they could do to change, but it's what it is. I thought it was a very good show in all. Like I gave them 4 Bears out of 5, which is pretty good. So once again, SmackDown beats Raw. It's just what it is. They did build for WrestleMania. They did build some some feuds in the right direction. Started some new ones maybe. I'm really excited about this. So let's see what goes on. Anyways, I'm going to get on out of here. Everything's in the description as always. Hit that like. Please share if you like the video. Let your friends know about it. Whatever. So I'm going to get on out of here, guys. Catch you all later. Peace. This is Big Bear. I'm signing out.